$110.
Start off here with a box of Donkey Kong game cards. Wax box, 36 packs. Let's go. That's Topps trading cards, everybody. Box looks a little bit had, but hey, 36 sealed packs inside. Send each individual pack to PSA. You'll 10x your money on every pack. I'm just saying. Yeah, Flux, I'm Jim Fresh. Jim Fresh, my hair's still soaked. I just hopped in the shower quick here before we went live. Got some good shoulders and traps in today. Feeling big, feeling good. $160. But yeah, I would have had to whip out the hair dryer and everything. I was like, fuck, you guys can just get natural hair, Greg. Yeah, pretty soon a Greg Brothers gonna need to cut it all, no doubt. Funny enough, in Asuma, I said the same thing. I'm getting my hair cut this week. It's time. Especially with summer here now, it's finally hot in Saskatchewan. I need to cut this shit. Oh, we got La Croix on deck today. Because we're coming from the gym, so we got La Croix. Feeling good, feeling healthy. 0 calorie. No sugar. Yo, Alma Weekend! House the Moose. Welcome in, guys. Expensive Cardboard, Timothy, White Wolf, Redneck's Machina, Peekapoo. Welcome in, everybody. Another Tuesday auction is upon us. The big thing, though. The big thing. $42. Oh, yeah, like in Asuma, I die in the gym now, man. Now that it's hot out again, I'm just like a sweaty mess in the gym. It's just like, oh my god. Regina gets up to like, I'll just show you guys. I think it's like 24 right now. 23 Celsius. What the fuck is that in Fahrenheit? 74 right now. So you can see like 77, 83, 76, 74, 73, 79, 78. Like it gets hot. It's real now. We're really fucking cold in the winter and really hot in the summer. It's like, it's two extremes. It's two extremes. There's no just, you know, we have like 2 months of nice weather and then it's just like, it's either really fucking hot or really cold. So you had a high of 88 today? Jesus. Yeah. $85. That's some real heat. I'll tell you that. And you can see that even at night, right? We go from like from 76 daytime into 55 nighttime. So even there's like a 20 degree Fahrenheit swap between like the peak of the day and the peak of the night. Look like I'm wearing a toupee. Great. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Fair warning.
Digger T Rock here, the Lost City. It's a 9.0A. It's gonna be close to the this is the first game developed by Rare. Newly branded Rare. That's cool. This might be the highest graded copy we've ever seen across WATA, and not many Digger T Rocks appear. $240 for that. Chessmaster went for $189. There's no Atari today. 0 Atari. No Atari. Get out of here. We started off with the Donkey Kong Topps cards and like that's it. No Atari. Dirty Harry's a 9.68 plus. And the other big thing here, I know how in Regina weather's big news. That's big news, but there is also something else I need to let you guys know. On Thursday, this Thursday, where the hell is it today? I don't want today's. Big auction on Thursday coming up. The 8 to 64-bit showcase auction. Come on, show me it. Show me the money! Where is it? On Thursday. How come it isn't here? Did I miss it?
Fair warning.
They always have this big stuff right on the homepage here. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, booster, but there it is. Jesus, I just missed it. So this Thursday, 8 to 64-bit showcase. Premium games from Nintendo all the way from NES to N64. So going to be a big auction coming out. Right now, we're sitting with Pikachu 9.68++ at 6,700 at the top. Mario Bros 9.4A. We have Legend of Zelda Factory Sealed Rev A 8.0, 8.5 early print 9.68+ Mario Bros 2, 85+ on Super Metroid. This is a big auction. This is one where you know some money's gonna trade hands here. $260. So that's taking place on Thursday. Unfortunately, I will not be here to stream it. So, you guys are going to be on your own in that regard. My girlfriend's mom has a retirement thing going on, so I got to go to it. But don't miss it out on Thursday. I'll have reminders as well on Instagram and the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Link in the description. And hopefully you guys can win something cool on Thursday. I still need to go through my spreadsheet. I'm going to put in some bids early since I won't be here live, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that you might be able to add to your collections. That's going to be a big one. Greg has the best Dylan in the game, yes. Now you guys have me thinking about my toupee hair. See, this is why I always have it up. The one day I don't have it up, and you guys say I'm wearing a toupee. You can't be doing that. My self-esteem can't take that kind of hit. $90. Back to NES here, though, on the weekly. F-15 Strike Eagle. I'm pretty sure we just saw this sell pretty damn strong not long ago at all. $228 there for the 8.0 still. Dr. Chaos was the 9.0, goes for $204. Fester's Quest, $288 for the 9.4A. Gary Kitchen's Battle Tank, 9.2A for $222. Into Gulgo, Top Secret, 13, later print, oval seal, 9.2A on it. I fixed it, it's fine now. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Big Box. I needed that. I needed that, man. But that's the big news to this Thursday. So hopefully you guys can make it out to that auction. Determined to get the Road Rash 64, only one sold. Anyone know what I should expect to pay for when one comes up? I don't think Road Rash is like super expensive, super rare, House the Moose. I would assume somewhere in the 500 to 1,000 range should get you a normal copy of the game. Like, so long as you're not going after a very premium graded copy, I would assume 500 to 1,000. It's a good title, but you know what I mean? Road Rash isn't a top tier N64 title. So it should be affordable. Although the you saying there's only one that's sold, that's you know, that's not promising. But hopefully you can find one in lower condition. I guess I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe you're looking for a freaking premium one. You can leave Greg alone. This isn't Asmon's stream. It's 99 in Arizona right now. It ain't hot up there. Jesus, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We're not a desert, I'll give you that. $60. Appreciate you being in here, man. And I appreciate you, Meathead69. Fun fact, the Star Fox 64 on Thursday's auction is called Lilac Wars with the same box art in Europe. Yeah, is it a PAL copy there, White Wolf, then, if it's a Lilac Wars coming up? $240. Or is there something weird about it? Yep, exactly, Timothy. It's been I will say, I don't think I've missed a single auction so far in 2023. I will say. It was a meme that I was missing auctions last year, but, like, I don't think I've missed a single one. Like, no COVID, no birthday parties, no bullshit. I'm pretty sure I've been here for every single auction. So Thursday will be the first one I miss in 2023. That's pretty freaking good, I gotta say. Yeah, Jackal there, 8.5B plus blah. Or sup, yo, Jesus. Did I just expose you? 8.5B plus for $288. The Golgo 13 closed at 216. Journey to Silius. Always get some good value here. Only the third time offering it. Yeah, there we go. So 7.0B plus. Pretty low grade on it. Pretty low grade on it overall. Still goes for 384. Here's King's Knight, 9.6A. Highest graded copy they've ever offered. I'm going to toss one bid in there.
You've been outbid.
Nah, I can't chase it. I can't chase it. I was hoping it was going to, like, not get a lot of live bidding. I'm pretty sure comps are 9.2 is around $360. So even at 552, this isn't, like, expensive. But it is more than, you know, it's getting a little bit of love here. If it gets into the 700 range, then I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Let's see what we got here for the comps. I can't remember now. I looked at it prior to the auction. But highest graded copy they've offered. Yeah, 9.2A, 384, 9.2A, $600 back in August. So someone's going to walk away with the 9.6. Highest graded copy out of just 10. So we'll see. And now we are pushing our way up to almost $800. So, like, I was never in the running anyway.
Fair warning.
Did I already fire out an order to WATA? Yes, Inazuma. They should receive it. It just got delivered today. I'm just waiting for my WATA dashboard to swap over to received or whatever. But yep, they have an order, 3 games. The WATA even pitched a discount code. We're finally getting some influencer perks. Finally getting some perks. WATA tossed a discount, so I was able to put in a Warp Zone order. So I should have that shit back in like 2 weeks, ideally. The longest delay with the order is me shipping from Canada and them shipping it back. But We'll see how quick they get it here.
$260.
King's Knight did close at 720. So, yeah, it did get some love. It's an early Square title, which is why it's always stood out to me. I just think it's cool to get an NES game published by Square. I think there's only 2 of them. I think Rad Racer 2 and King's Knight. Is there another one? Those are the only 2 I can think of off the top of my head. Clax 9.08 plus here. Tenjin Unlicensed for $300. Legacy of the Wizard 9.0A. This is just wow, dude. Which part, Sean? The King's Knight or just in general?
$10.
Oh, it's the NTSC one. You were just giving a fun fact. It was very fun. I always remembered Lilat Wars because of the Star Fox competition. Some people would have stuff like from the Lilat Wars competition, and I'm pretty sure like the cartridge says Lilat Wars, all that stuff, because they did their own in Europe. So that's what I always think about when I think about Lilat Wars, and why it's like ingrained in my head too. Legacy of the Wizard goes for $159. Legends of the Diamond 8.58.
$110.
No, I'll be late. I'll be late for sure, Timothy. That's different. Your name is Jeff Master, right? Supyo, right.
Fair $120.
How many people do I think are buying graded games with mid grades and then cracking them to sell them raw? Interesting.
Fair warning.
I don't know. Do you think a lot of people are cracking? Is that meta? Is that meta going strong right now that you buy yourself like a 7.5 and crack it out? Like here's Master Chu coming up, a great example, 7.5B. Is the play with this game
$800?
Is the play to just buy this and crack it out? I don't think many people are. Little League Baseball here, low key. 9.8A plus, highest graded copy out of just 8. I saw the price here was pushing up to $1,000. 9.8A plus, Little League Championship Series. I don't think it's like a high notoriety game. At least it's never stood out to me. $960 though to get yourself the tippy top copy of the game.
60, 70, 85, 95, 100.
What do you mean? What do these emojis do? They're fantastic.
$170.
Do you mean the channel emojis, or do you mean emojis somewhere else? Master Chu and the Drunkard Hugh. Unlicensed game here by Color Dreams. 7.5B on it. Goes for about $200. They grade the games then a few days and then they sit for months. Is WATA actually delayed now? Is post-grading like kind of slow?
$70.
I wasn't aware that WATA post-grading had slowed down again.
$90. $95. $120. $130.
Into Nightshade here, 9.2A. Yo, Steve Craig Retro Games. I started thinking about something there. I just completely blanked. Jesus. Hello, everyone on Get the Great Games from Ohio. Wow, on the 500 and above on that. Yeah, that one pushed. That one pushed.
Fair warning.
As far as the weeklies are concerned, the past few weeks, like $720 is a pretty big game.
150.
Master has a 90, so not the tippy top. Oh, Supyo, you know a 9.8A plus is better than a 90. VGA sucks, bro. VGA sucks, bro. Get with the future. Stop living in 2016, man.
$18.
Nintendo World Cup 8.5A plus for $174. Nightshade for $159 sounds really cheap. Am I crazy? Seems like a deal on Nightshade. 9.2A plus, $264, $216. 8.5B plus used to be $432, 9.2A 600. Just funny. As we get closer and closer to fabled July 2021, where it sold for $720, you can just watch Nightshade drop in value as with every single sale that passes, Nightshade goes down. And that continues today here with $159. Still a great price for that. It's not a common game. Nintendo World Cup for $174. Othello 9.2B. Yeah, 9.8 is pretty crazy on NES. Supyo, did you see, courtesy to Rick Duels there, the R-Dueler, pointing this out in the Discord. But WATA Games now has, there's 2 WATA 10s of the same NES game. Look at this shit. Wolverine on NES has two 10s. Two 10s on the same game on NES.
$30.
There's two Wolverines. There's no fucking way. There's no shot.
Fair warning.
This is a conspiracy. We need to get to the bottom of what the hell's going on there. There's only like 5 total. 5 total on NES? Like, how many 10s are there? There's none. For the same game to get two 10s?
$60.
Okay, case pack, I don't give a fuck. Come on, sup, yo. We both know a case pack doesn't mean a 10. It's insane, man.
Fair warning.
Two 10s is just nutty. Nutty. And that's a newer one as far as I know. Does this mean the 10s are coming? Are the 10s coming, Supyo? Is this going to be the era of WATA 10? WATA 3.0 equals the 10? New cases equal new 10s?
$5.
It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I couldn't believe that. Could not believe that. On mobile, there's new reaction emojis flying all over. What? Yeah, I can't see them on mine. I don't get fun emojis and shit. That sucks. Not something you bother with, but probably not a bad idea to sell some of the mid-grade stuff raw. I feel like it wouldn't be a big payoff. Yeah, I feel like you're playing a dangerous game.
Fair warning.
Like, if you're buying mid-grade games to crack and sell, how much how much margin or money can you really make doing it? RBI Baseball here, 7.5A for 134, right? Like, let's say you take it over to eBay and sell it for $200. Like, I guess you make some money. Not really, after shipping both ways, but I just don't know how much margin there might be on doing stuff like that. 8.5B plus here for 228. I don't know.
$65.
Someone do it and let me know. Someone try 10 or 20 games, compile the data, and send it to me, and then I'll report on the data. But I can't spend my own capital on that. That sounds like a losing endeavor.
$10.
Colored games and Wisdom Tree is just good to look out on the shelf, but not worth opening and playing ever. Yeah, seriously. I used to always love collecting the unlicensed games, though. They were just like such a fun set to go after. The unique cartridges, the shitty gameplay, the stories. It was fun. Whatever a 10 means. It means someone got, like, it's just such a lottery hit. That's the thing. Is like, okay, maybe the 10 isn't any different than a 9.8A++, right? But when someone's given a 10 on Wolverine, what'd the other one go for? $40,000? Just check out some comps here on gamerstonks.com coming soon. Yeah, $48,000, right? Like, someone was literally just handed thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's the crazy thing with those grades.
$85.
Is there any difference between that 10 copy and this perfect copy right here? Like Supyo said, these are coming out of case packs. Look at that, hey. January 2022, 36,000. 1 year later, it sold for 7. 36,000 into 7,000 after 1 year. Jesus Christ. And yeah, now the dude who also paid 48,000, Pop 1 NES. What should be impossible, right? If you buy a 10.0 on NES, it should be impossible for there to be a second one. Like, it's funny because in my head I'm like, WATA fuck that guy. They fucked that guy bad. But like, in a fair world, if WATA decides it is also a 10, I mean, you got to give out that 10 even if there is another 10, but it's like, oh my god. Like, you know what I mean? I get it, it's fair, but like, part of me also thinks if you give out a 10 on NES, like, that should be it. But, man, it's something, it's something.
Fair warning.
Conspiracy unless I get a 10, exactly. If I ever get a 10, Kevin, that is fair, accurate grading. Never forget. If I get the 9.8A++, if I get the 10... that is good grading. That is an accurate company. If they're giving out 10s to other people, that's bullshit. You cracked a WATA 8.0 cartridge and got a 9.4? What? What?
$340.
Crack and sell is scummy? I don't actually have any issue with it myself, Kevin. If you want to buy and crack and sell, like, go for it. A 9.68 plus here on side pocket.
Next lot.
Really nice grade on the side pocket there for 384. And I didn't mention Rocket Ranger went for 159, Sesame Street went for 114, Shingen the Ruler went for 139. Just some lower grade, more affordable games there in that pile. Sky Shark is a 9.68 plus, 0 graded higher of 23 total. I'm sure it's tied at 9.68 plus though. I'm pretty sure there's like some high grade copies of this game on there.
$200.
10 is impossible. 2 10s are improbable. I don't know what to think about that. Only game employees have a 10 and they barely ever waste the time and money to grade it because they know it's a 10 and have. Is Wolverine even a good game? Is there really a grade value more so than the game? I think Wolverine sucks. Isn't Wolverine an LJN title?
$260.
I think the game sucks.
$280.
Yeah, it's LJN. I'm pretty sure it's an absolute steamer. But the cover is the cover is the same as a comic book. Which comic does this take the cover on?
Fair warning.
Because there's a Wolverine comic that has the exact same cover, so like it has a lot of appeal that way. Because you can have like the game in the comic, but it's purely yeah, I'm not sure what the comment was there, Supyo. I couldn't understand the full thing that Sean was saying. The only game employees have a 10, and they barely ever waste the time and money. Yeah, I'm not sure. 10s are, it doesn't matter who you are, you don't have a 10.
Fair warning.
No one has 10s.
$30.
That's the thing. Tigger is probably like a better game than Tigger's probably a better game than the Wolverine.
Fair warning.
People overthink and overvalue grades, but they can buy the condition, not the grade. Well, yeah, it gets dumb at that highest level, Odin. I mean, I've said it before, it's not for me to chase after the highest degrees of grading, but and like what's happening, I'm sure some of you guys saw in the Pokemon world where people are using a polish on the cards. Super Mario Bros. 2, 8.0 A+, oval. How affordable is Mario Bros. 2? Solid grade on this, 8.0 A+. A little bit of box damage, but a nice seal. Street Cop also went for 164 there. That's a 7.0 A. Not an easy game to find and compatible with the Power Pad.
Next lot.
But with cards, right, they were taking like a card polish, a certain kind of polish, and then you can get rid of scratches and stuff on the card. And it's causing like massive controversy over in the card grading world. That we shouldn't use the polish, you shouldn't do this, it improves the card condition, like, you know, and then people who chase after condition over rarity are obviously pissed off because Wolverine 27, Jim Lee covered. There we go. Thank you, Will. I knew there'd be some comic guy in here. People who chase after condition more than rarity, or like, you know, you chase after conditional rarity, are obviously very pissed off that you can essentially restore a card without it being noticed or labeled by the grading companies.
160,
so
100, $240.
Right. You're Macmorn. Right. I need to remember that. I always forget, Will. It's hard. Yeah. I need to remember names there from Discord over to YouTube. You think Renix P-Sale only got 12K for his Wolverine? That's still huge, man. That's still huge given what the price did happen. You know what I mean? Like, given what happened to the price, him getting 12K is massive.
$240.
Those 10s you're sure were deserved. A lot were subbed. Yeah, I'm sure they are 10s. That's the thing. Like, I'm sure they are, but at the exact same thing, Supyo. You know what I mean? Where it's like, those were probably deserved 10s, but I'm sure there's a lot of other games out there that are also deserved 10s that for whatever reason, whatever it is, you know, they didn't get it.
Fair warning.
You can use the polish on game boxes too. Please, Mega Man X, do say more. Are you polishing a box? Are you polishing shrink wrap? What are you polishing there? Now you got me curious. As a comic collector, pressing and dry cleaning is normal. Now polishing, that's a whole other thing. So talk to me about that, Consume the Living. Why is polishing different than pressing, cleaning? Like, I guess in my head, it's like, well, fuck, if you make a polish that doesn't do anything to the card, but cleans the condition, like, you know what I mean? Pressing is removing creases, like, I don't know if I'm that, against the idea of polishing. Because we have to go into this with a mindset of, like, no matter what happens, people are always going to try and make this... Like, the world of grading is kind of goofy, right? You have to know that people are going to try to get stuff past graders. People are going to come up with new methods, new things to change the condition of stuff. Like, that is all part of this world. And I know people are really pissed about the polishing, but I guess I don't really understand why it's any different than what, like, methods other people already do. Trimming is bad. I do see trimming is bad, as you're, like, taking away something from the... Like, you're literally changing the shape of it. Or, like...
Fair warning.
Taking away from the actual printed product.
$320.
It would hurt the book if they could do it without the grading companies noticing. Everyone would do it and be okay with it.
Fair warning.
Someone told you 90% of vintage cards are trimmed? Jesus. Total Recall there was a 9.0A for 408. Vice Project Doom, hard game to find there. 9.4 on it for 360. Target Renegade 288 into Who Framed Roger Rabbit, 9.0B+. And Mario Bros, 1,320 bucks. You can get yourself one. 1,320 bucks. You can get yourself a pretty solid Mario Bros 2 these days. Not bad at all. But the card was oversized to begin with.
Fair warning.
That's interesting, HC. If you're trimming a card that's oversized to begin with, I don't think there's anything that can be done. You know what I mean? Like, should you be able to trim? No, you probably shouldn't. But if the card is literally oversized to begin with, and if you're trimming it down to the actual specs...
Fair warning.
I don't know how you could ever catch it.
$420.
And if there's no way to, like, ever know if it's being trimmed or not, then every trimmed card isn't actually a trimmed card. Do you know what I mean? You get into that thing of, like...
Fair warning.
Like, on paper, the card isn't trimmed. It's just factory specs.
$550.
So, unless the person trimming says, hi, I just trimmed that, then it's not a trimmed card, which is, you know, an issue, obviously. Like, if we go, like, morally, ethically, should you do it? Probably not. But, like, is it even an ethical thing? Like, we're talking about cardboard. You know what I mean? I don't know. It gets nitty gritty down there as to what should and shouldn't, or like what's ethically, morally. Zelda Adventure of 2 here. This is Classic Series. 9.2A goes for 720. And here's another Classic Series. 2 Classic Series copies of Zelda in the same auction. That's kind of weird. 720 bucks. It seems like a lot for a classic Zelda. I can't do that. I gotta go Zelda Adventure. I probably can't do that either. We'll go Zelda. There we go. How much does Classic Series sell for normally? 9.0A. Last one for $840. All the way back in August. We haven't seen one of these in like 9 months. Jesus. So here's the 9.0A right here pushing its way. And we just had what? 9.2A went for $720. This one's pushing even higher. People want the WATA copy here. This is interesting. This was CGC 9.2 for $720 and WATA 9.0 for $780. That's interesting. Interesting. But the WATA copy basically kept up with the comp on it. The CGC copy fell below. Interesting. But even against the 9.2 versus a 9.0 Supyo, 9.2 versus 9.0? I mean, at that point, I would just gamble the 9.2, no? Like, surely it's at least... Like, the 9.2 should at least be in the same condition or better, right? You'd think? Seems crazy to me.
$2, $4, $6, $8, $10, $14.
The cleaning kit went for $210 there, and here is some more of that art. Oh, 100%, 100%.
$50.
And I mean, it could cross the other way as well, just if you have to put some trust into what the label says. I am assuming that, yes.
100.
Gary Winnick here again by, this is those tanks drawing. We've had these in a three or 4 weeks in a row now. We've had a few of them. So signed by Gary Winnick, Lucasfilms Limited for tanks, 1984.
$150.
You love how the card dude's worried about sealed stuff when they should be worried about their cardboard to begin with? Yeah, cards is just crazy.
$260.
Cards is crazy.
$340. $380. $400.
In your opinion, you should be able to take care of your items as long as you don't alter the item by removing or adding material.
Fair warning.
Yeah, as long as you don't remove or add material.
Next lot.
Yeah, like obviously you can't add anything.
$2.
Adding a chemical is usually a no-go as it's additive restoration. To me, you don't really care as it's all subjective. Yeah, so is that the thing with the chemicals, is that it's an additive restoration? But like, where does cleaning do then? Because like with games and stuff, we use goo gone, alcohol, all of that stuff to remove dirt, debris, stickers, sticker residue. Like, in game world, we remove shit all the time through the use of chemicals.
Next lot.
Adding a drawing of Dick increases value? I'll have to keep that one. Wow, I hadn't even considered that. That's an additive value add right there. Entering into the world of Super Nintendo there. The two drawings, I think these are the most they've sold for so far. $456 for this one and $504 for the big bug guy. Really cool. Starting off with Brain Lord, complete in box. Wow. 9.2 box, 9.8 cartridge, 8.0 manual, sorry. So the manual's kind of ugly, but Jesus, the other stats on that are really good. 174. Yeah, write that down, 174 on the Brain Lord. Here's Equinox, complete in box. 8.5 box, 9.4 cart, 9.2 manual. I mean, I gotta at least bid this to $100, right? Like, Jesus. Some of these are starting really low here.
$95.
Yeah, I assume continuity does have to do with that as well, Flux. Where there are simply more WATA collectors still in the world than CGC collectors. That'll still take some time to level out itself.
$110.
You're not sure, though? You'd gamble on the 9.2? Yeah, I would personally gamble on the 9.2, but who knows, right? Like, WATA collector might not want to deal with the bullshit of buying a 9.2 and having to cross it or whatever, but... CGC has actually been selling more. Timothy with the clapback. You think people should take Sharpie and color over any dings on the black box games? There we go. Now we're getting there. Polish could be considered adding, filling the scratch. Does it fill the scratch or does it sand it down? I don't know what the polish actually does. Like, does it remove a very thin layer of the card and therefore remove the scratches? Or is it filling them? Like, I don't even know.
Fair warning.
You'd love to see some CGC versus WATA data. Get our duels on it. Yeah, where the hell's our duels at? We do need our duels on it. And the Equinox here is slowly pushing its way up. We're almost at 180 now. Almost up to 180. It looks like the rest of the CG... Oh, this one's another complete in box here on the Mega Man X. Again, a 7.0 manual, though, with a 9.8 cartridge. Jesus. Yoshi's Safari, factory sealed. Okay. One more CIB coming up here on the Mega Man X.
Fair warning. $180.
Greg is a brain lord. Agreed fully, Potbelly.
$190.
Yeah, I wonder if this is just an issue of people not pressing these manuals. Because, like, obviously with games, too, you can press manuals. The same as a comic book. You can press it flat, get rid of bends, creases, anything that doesn't actually break color. You can press manuals as well. So in general, manuals should skew higher unless you have like a really beat up manual. But I don't know how common it is for people to be pressing their manuals at this time. Again, with the topic of restoration and repairing your stuff, right? Pressing manuals, I'm sure, is going to be widely accepted and done in this hobby. So, Judge Dredd is a 9.8 A++ from the Mark Friedman collection, baby. It's been a while. You hate that your mint manuals are graded the same as trash manuals that get pressed. Exactly. But really though, Supyo, you know what I mean? We talk about like factory fresh CIB where you have like a crisp ass manual never touched, and then yeah, you can just like boop, press out a used manual, get yourselves both a 9.4, and away you go.
$150.
It's kind of interesting like that. You think it fills in the scratches, but you don't know really? Gotcha. Your CGC turnaround for 9 games was under a week. Jesus Christ, that's fast. That's actually crazy. WATA collector's an oxymoron. That's true.
Fair warning.
That's true. Polishing is usually removing, not adding. That was my thought as well. But I don't know. Unless that's buffing.
$260.
I don't know.
$280.
Yeah, you can't press out actual color damage, actual color break. But any kind of bends or, you know, wrinkles, anything like that'll. See, this manual has writing on it. So that's why this manual is a 7.0. There's actual writing on it. You can't do anything about that. Pen indents. There's just some shit you can't do anything about.
150.
But wrinkles, bends, you know, stuff like that, you can press it out. 9.8 cartridge though is just nutty. That's crazy. $360 on the Mega Man X. Into Yoshi's Safari. 9.0 A on this one.
Fair warning. $240.
When's the last time we've seen Yoshi's Safari? February 8th, 2022. Is that actually the last time we've seen it? Same grade? Oh my god. Same grade as a WATA copy anyway. Jesus though.
Next lot. $2.
I'd like to get myself a copy of Yoshi's Safari just because I think it's a funny meme with nice box art, but... Oh no, we saw one just a little while ago at the signature. 9.6... Oh no, sorry, 2022. Yeah, we have not seen one since 2022. It's been over a year since we've seen Yoshi's Safari. There was an 85 plus on Heritage in October. Over a year for any WATA copies. That's crazy. For some reason, I thought Yoshi's Safari was like pretty available. There are quite a few of them? Guess not. Or maybe just no one's selling them?
$4. $6.
$264 though. I probably should have just grabbed it. That's like not it's just not that expensive.
$18.
It seems unfair to press anything. You've seen some insane bumps from pressing manuals. People are getting very good at it. You think it's unfair too? You need to keep that mint on its own?
$22.
Google Mark Wahlberg Dirk Diggler. If I look like the Diggler, that's insane. If I look like the Diggler, that is great.
$26.
Do I know anything about the club's super power cards? You just got a set and you're missing maybe 15 cards of the set? I don't, Frank. I don't know much about those at all. Like, I know what they are, but like, that's it. You know, just a passing... I think I own some, so... No, I was thinking of Yoshi's Safari. I thought this, like, being a Super Scope game... I thought they overprinted this and the Super Scope sold like shit, so there was a lot of Yoshi's Safari floating around.
$36. $38.
I was indeed thinking of Safari.
$44.
I just might be wrong about how many there are out there. Cool game though. Like, it's just neat. Of course I fucked around with this and the Super Scope. Like, I actually played it because I had to. I had to see what it was about, right? Yoshi with a bazooka in your hand? Pretty silly game. Pretty silly game. You don't do comics but to get the same grade as pressed is ridiculous. You have fixed lots of comics, it's just smaller and the temp is lower. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean though, right? Like in the comic world, pressing and cleaning is like you have to do it. If you don't press and clean, you're just an idiot.
Fair warning.
But then in the card world, you know, with this polish being introduced, everyone acts like you're a demon if you're like cleaning up your cards and polishing and stuff. I think it's just, yeah, like accepted by a lot of people had problem with pressing comics years ago. Now it's accepted and expected by the vast majority. And I think that's what's really going to be the deciding factor, Big Box Game Shop, is like, the thing is, if polishing does work and if polishing gets past the grading companies, then the end result is that people are going to polish their shit. The people who polish are going to get higher grades and more money. And if people want to get the maximum amount of money for their cards, we're going to run into a spot where there's nothing we can do but polish the cards. And if it turns out that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm like, then it's like morally, ethically, like righteous card collector versus, you know, the evil reseller who polishes their cards. And I think that in time, if the polish works and is unidentifiable, all that shit, of course everyone's going to polish. Like, of course you're gonna. You'd be an idiot not to. I'll just take my 8 on my card that could be a 9 because you know me, like I'm a true collector. True collectors don't polish their cards. They accept 8s. I don't want a 9. Like, no thank you. Not for me. Dead Heat Scramble there goes for 8.0A, 137. High Stakes Gambling, $77. Ishido, 6.5A plus. Have I ever in my life seen a SNES game, Dirt Tracks FX? I think so, Craig. I think it has a dark... $26. In my mind, I'm picturing a dark scene. There's a guy on a motorbike. It's an action shot. There's some mud slinging up from the side because he's doing a sharp cut. There might be some yellow on the box design. I'll Google it right now. Let's see. $32. Dirt Tracks FX. Oh my god, look at this. Look at that. Fair warning. I need a fucking life. $1,900. Oh my god, someone help me. Pokemon Blue version here is a VGA 85. There's blue and red. They're both 85s. They're both late print copies of the game. Yeah, memory for a game that I've never played. I don't think I've ever owned it. Like, I have nothing to do with that game, Craig. The fact that I can recall that is just stupid. Like I said, man, I need a life. $400. The Pokemon Blue there, the VGA 85 goes for $2,280. Yo, Gym Leader John, welcome in, dude. Hope all's well with you. PCmo, I do have a girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend for 13 years. Almost my whole life, man. Pretty soon I'm going to pretty soon I will have had a girlfriend for longer than I will have not had a girlfriend. And that's weird. And Pokemon Red here, also a VGA 85. $3,000 for that. The blue, $2,280. It is my girlfriend signal. I love hanging out with my girlfriend's boyfriend. That's what I look forward to after the streams. Me and my girlfriend and boyfriend go chill. Yes, a 10.0 Pokemon Ruby is coming up in the next signature. HC. I did see that. We were talking about it in the Discord. If that is, fair warning. Put a ring on that. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that long and still not married. I know. Side Pocket is an 8.5A there for $89. And into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mark Friedman Collection, Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers, 9.6A plus on that. $1,300. Let's take a peek at the Pokemon games, though, on Game Boy there. I'm just curious what we've seen 85 sell for. Where's Pokemon Red even sitting these days? Fair warning. So a 9.0A plus, pixelated. Here's a solid one, 8.5A plus, $2,400. So this one did beat an 8.5A plus. That's not bad. $320. That's about the only recent sale we have on that. Everything else is pixelated, which I do expect a pixelated, like a Rattata pixelated to sell more than a solid one. Even though it's a I was gonna call it a misprint. Even though it's a misprint. Oh my fuck! That's not even what I'm trying to say. Never mind. Here's a Wave Race, 7.5A plus. First time selling the Game Boy version of Wave Race, and you can see we're already pushing up over $600. Even though it's a mid-print, to have a Rattata pixelated E. I still expect the mid-print to outsell the last print of red. That's what I was trying to say. Jesus. Back from the Sewers did 1,560 and the Wave Race got 600 bucks. Here's Mario Clash 8.0 A+. One of the most collectible games on Virtual Boy, simply because it's Mario. Pushing its way up over 300 bucks here.
Fair warning.
Yeah, well, aren't you just Mr. Perfect, hey? I mean, hey, Bundoid, what can I say, eh?
Fair warning.
I need to take the next step in me hanging out with my wife's boyfriend. Wow.
Next lot.
I do.
$75.
Mario Clash goes for 360. Like I said, just Mario on Virtual Boy, even on the worst console ever made, 360 bucks. Vertical Force 7.5 A+. And we also have baseball. This is like 1/4 of the entire North American Virtual Boy library up for auction today. I think there's 13 games released. I think, counting Mario Tennis, but you can't get tennis sealed, so there's 12 that you can get factory sealed. Vertical Force goes for 114. You sold a sealed base set booster box for 2,000 and put it against your wife's ring. Wow, man, what's your wife's ring worth today? That sounds like a bad investment, bro. The good news, though, the good news. My girlfriend actually has no expectation of, like, a big ring. Like, she's very down to earth on that. She would rather go for a big trip or something rather than, like, spend thousands of dollars on a ring. So, whenever we do, eventually get married, I'm sure we will eventually, we'll probably go on a big-ass trip instead of spending a ton of money on, like, a wedding and rings and stuff. I think we'll probably go for, like, a massive trip or, like, a massive, not even a honeymoon, just a big trip. She loves trips. She loves travel.
Next lot. $85.
Virtual League Baseball for $124. Isn't a $2,000 ring not even that expensive? Like, I've heard shit about, like, you're supposed to spend 10 or 20% of your, like, I don't know if it's monthly budget, 3-month budget. I don't even know the rules for ring buying anymore. There's some weird, like, social norm for how much you're supposed to spend on a ring. Yeah, we can go on a trip to the Heritage Signature, Craig, and we can go get some free champagne and lobster. Now we're getting somewhere. Get the champagne, get the lobster, we get a trip. Is there a better marriage? I don't think there is. Was that the only first print Wave Race? Yes. It was the first time it's ever been sold at Heritage. I'm not sure if it is actually a Pop 1 on the Wave Race, though.
Fair warning.
Not sure if it's a Pop 1 or not, but it's the first time it came to Heritage, yes. Your engagement ring was from a 25% machine and you think you overpaid for it? 2K ring is cheap. 2K ring won't get you much now? Yeah, that's what I figured. You spent 10K on it to... Oh my god, Rick. Holy fuck.
Fair warning.
Jesus Christ, man.
$120.
You're a hell of a dude. $10,000 ring. Yeah, let's check the pop report there on Wave Race. I can take a quick look for you. If that is the only...
Next lot. $360, $500, $600.
Yes. Yes, it is. Every other copy is a player's choice. Yeah, why am I minutes behind? I was thinking that I was lagging today. I don't know why I am, though. I literally have my latency on the lowest. It's weird that I'm behind.
$95.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I shouldn't be. Stream settings?
Fair warning.
Yeah, ultra low. I'm literally, like, I am as alive as I can be live. So I have no idea why there's a delay today. Don't know what the hell is going on with that. Yeah, Wave Race is WATA Pop 0. So that is the only sealed copy confirmed to even exist at this time. Kinda nutty. Well, unless VGA has one, but... And also, appreciate you being here, Evan. Welcome in, dude. Pokemon Gold is a 75 plus, went for 780 bucks VGA. Power Quest is a 9.2 A plus CGC copy here. Oh. Yeah, the Greg honeymoon at the WATA headquarters.
$160.
Is it 3 months salary? Is that what it's supposed to be? 3 months salary for the ring? Like, I know
Fair
it's something like that.
Next lot.
Don't spend more than 2K on a ring. The wedding is the expensive part. Well, yeah, even with the wedding, this is also cool here. This is the Smurfs Nightmare. First time at Heritage. This has to be a low-ass WATA pop as well. I don't know how rare it is on Game Boy Color. Like, I don't know Game Boy Color that well. It's just such a niche console overall. There's one WATA copy. So, one WATA copy and one CGC copy.
Fair warning. $200. $220.
Yeah, the penguins in Antarctica. Got a moose stomping on my frickin' internet cable. If you can believe it, 10K was actually on the low end of what you were looking to spend. You were thinking it'd be closer to 18 to 20,000. Holy fuck, Rick. That's crazy, man. I will not be spending that much on a ring, I can tell you that much. Pay a dowry with 9.5 graded games. The Smurfs is actually getting some love here as well. 9.28 plus, we're pushing up to $300. And I know, like, oh, $300, like, that's nothing, but Game Boy Color, it's just a niche console, so you really can't expect that much out of, like, random titles. Game Boy gets a ton of love, has a ton of collectors, and then Game Boy Color is just that weird in-between where Game Boy Advance also has a big collector pool. People love it. Game Boy Color is a lot more niche. We'll see what V-Rally Edition 99 does as well. First time at Heritage Auctions on this as well. The WATA Pop Report says...
Fair warning.
There are 0. This is the only one that exists graded right now between WATA and CGC. So this is a Pop 1 as well, unless VGA has any copies, but like, I'd assume 1 or 2, if any.
Next lot. $110.
Goes for $119. Into N64. N64 starts now, folks.
$130.
With Body Harvest 9.0A. Yeah, I am like 10K for a ring, but yo, check out this game I paid 9K for. You see, sup, yo, games are an investment, but a ring, a ring is not an investment. You have to be careful with your investments. 10K on a ring. Oh, what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out? All that money's gone. How many times have I seen a moose in person? Many, 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 many. Many times, Potbelly. Like, a moose isn't a rare sighting. It's not like you're not just gonna walk outside and see one in your city, but if you drive somewhere to like a national park or something, you'll probably see a moose. There's enough of them out there. They're always mucking around. Glover is an 8.5A plus. Body Harvest went for 192. 312 on Glover. Here is Goemon's. Goemon, as you guys like to call it. Goemon's Great Adventure, 6.5A plus. Konami white box. Really hard to find these in nice condition because it's not the same card stock as like a Nintendo printed box. It's like this white... It's a white card stock that gets creased really easy. And Konami used it on all of their games on N64. And it's an LRB seal on it too. It doesn't have V-seam. So just so you guys are aware of some stuff with Goemon. But a 6.5A plus on it brings in $528. I'm pretty sure we've seen a pretty damn high copy of this sell at some point.
$180.
I feel like I remember we had a big Goemon sale. 9.4A plus. 1 year ago, over a year ago, $5,000. So we have not seen anything higher than 85 plus or 9.4A plus. Wow.
Fair warning.
Jet Force Gemini is a 9.2 with a B seal rating.
Next lot. $42.
Kind of surprised the Virtual Boy games went so low. The Virtual Boy games are interesting, Eric, because there's actually a lot of factory sealed supply out there on almost all of them. Almost all of them except for like 2. Like, obviously, Jack Bros, you won't find factory sealed, and Waterworld is also pretty damn hard factory sealed. But outside of those 2 games, I mean, maybe Tetris you could add in there too, but there's a lot of factory sealed supply out there for almost every one of the Virtual Boy games. And then you also add in that it's like a very niche console to collect for, and there's just...
Fair warning. 95.
There's not a ton of value that can be there. I have a full Virtual Boy set, not factory sealed. I think I have like 6 of them factory sealed. I think they're really cool, but like, you know, it's a tougher sell for people. Like outside of it being a novelty, you know, people don't have a ton of attachment to it, obviously. Yeah, games always works out, Supyo, exactly. 50% of marriages end in divorce, but 100% of games go up in value.
$170.
You guys got to be thinking about this. You guys have to be thinking about this. This is investing 101. Don't make me get Sean in here. Midway's greatest arcade hits. Sean will tell you all about how shitty it is to have an ex-girlfriend, okay? 9.0 A++ here on the Midway's greatest hits goes for $240. Here's Paperboy as well, 9.0 A. Some different N64 titles today. We also have PGA European Tour. Very hard to find golf game.
Fair warning.
You really get the impression with N64 games that companies made the product as cheaply as possible, probably to offset the cost of publishing the game in the first place. You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong. Farang Love, I almost never go to thrift stores these days. It's just not worth it. There's just nothing to be found. We have a pretty established reseller, like pretty established resellers in the city who do spend their time thrifting a lot.
Fair warning.
So like there's a lot of competition. The odds of you finding anything are low. I usually don't bother. European Tour goes for $288. Seems low. Honestly,
$600.
Seems low. I'll look at comps on European Tour. I thought it was almost worth this much as a CIB. What's a complete copy worth? $150 then? Somewhere in there? For some reason I thought it had more value. Here's Resident Evil 2, 9.4 with a B+ seal rating. And after that, we do have a Mario 64. It went cheaper than most CIBs. Okay, there we go, that guy. That's what I figured. That is what I figured. So it did go quite cheap. Jeez. See, this is where if I had a spreadsheet ready, if I knew what I was doing, I would have tossed a bit at PGA Tour. Resident Evil 2, 9.4 B+ went for $720. Mario 64 sells for $3,060. Here's Robotech, the Macross Saga. It's neat because it includes a little action figure inside. Sells for $78, and that is the only GBA game today. Then we have a factory case of 6 Italian Spider-Mans. It's a Spider-Man. So if you want the Italian Spider-Man, go for it. You can get a factory case of 6 of them.
Next lot. 65.
Yeah, there are Potbelly. N64 has a lot of different publishers that use different box material and different seals. Harvest Moon comes to mind from Natsume. Only has a 3-side seam and only has why is this going so cheap?
$100.
Give this a little bit of love. Am I just bidding up title right now?
$120.
Give it a little bit more juice there on Chaos Field. This is a game, again, I'm pretty sure the CIB copies are pretty expensive on Chaos Field these days. 9.6A+ here. Yeah, Natsume comes to mind. Acclaim games as well have shitty card stock and weird seals. So like Destruction Derby 64. What else is Acclaim? Why is that the only one I can think of now? A lot of the wrestling games, a lot of the sports games in general. There's a lot of stuff there that has weird on N64. N64 is a weird console when it comes to factory sealed. It and GBA have a ton of exceptions. Like NES and Super Nintendo are pretty easy for the most part. Then GBA and N64 are a mess. Chaos Field ends at $169, and here's Darkened Sky, 9.4A+. 3 on the Pop Report. Another pretty uncommon game, I believe, on GameCube. $109 there. Here is 007 Agent Under Fire, 9.4A+ on this as well.
$10.
This is a new low on the 8.5. Is it? A new low on 8.5 Mario 64. Really? I actually thought $3,000 was like right in line. Let's not have Sean start talking about Tiffany's again. Yes. You remember renting a Virtual Boy from Blockbuster and playing it for days. That's awesome, actually. Like, that's really cool that you actually had the chance to do that. I didn't learn about Virtual Boy until, you know, like, once I became a collector. Here's Killer 7. 9.4A+ on this. James Bond there went for $134. Killer 7. People love it because it's like Inafuda or something. This is published by someone or was worked on by someone that people like. I can't remember now, though. 129 for that, though, seems like a snag again. Jeez. Wind Waker's a 9.4A plus here. Mid-production USA copy of the game, looking for 456 on Wind Waker.
$400.
How many hours do you think I work a week? Is that what you asked?
Fair warning.
I would say anywhere from 30 to 40, Timothy, depending on how much I'm doing.
Next lot. $2.
I don't usually exceed 40. Some weeks I would exceed 40 hours. But generally, I'd say between 30 to 40. But it depends what you consider work. Am I working? Suda 51. Thank you, Danny English. Suda 51 is Killer 7. That's what I was thinking of. Wind Waker closes at 456 as well there, 9.4A plus. Legends of Wrestling is a 9.4A plus. Like, is answering Instagram questions, is that working? Is emailing working? Discord DMs? Like, it depends what you consider working. So when I answered that question, I'm just considering it like video creation, scripting, editing, all that stuff. But then, like, you know, all throughout the day, I'm answering emails, DMs, comments. You know, like I'm existing online at all times, if that makes sense. But just depends what you consider like working hours. If I'm at the gym answering DMs and stuff, like, is that working? I don't know. Maybe. Some people might considering it. Double Dash has an art error. What? What are you saying here? 9.6A on this. It is the NFR copy of Double Dash. Wind Waker going for 456. Is that a lot of money? Doesn't sound like a lot of money. Take a peek at Wind Waker comps.
$320.
9.4 just sold for 456. There we go. That was early April. So someone got themselves a 9.4A plus for the last price that a 9.4A went for. 9.4A plus last sold for 576 back in August. So down $100 in, like, I don't know, 8 months. So Wind Waker is slowly going down a little bit there.
$200.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Working out is part of my persona, so that's clearly work as well. Mario 64 is a buy. Buy now. Is it finally time?
Next lot.
The 8.5A plus last sold for $4,500. Oh my god. 8.5A plus $3,720 as well in April. Those are both in April. $3,720 and $4,560. So today, $3,000. Oh my god, it is a buy. That's crazy. Someone said there's a crease rate on the front, but shit. I didn't realize that went that cheap compared to the last couple sales we saw. Here's Star Fox Assault, 9.6A Black Label copy. Metroid Prime, $240 for 9.2A plus. A lot of the GameCube stuff is getting, like, very affordable again. A lot of the GameCube stuff is getting to a level where it's like, man, like, you know, you can get yourself a pretty decent Metroid Prime for $240. Pretty decent Star Fox Assault, $276. Like, ooh, okay. Not awful, not awful. Here's TMNT, 9.2A plus plus. Like, you know, Killer 7 for $129? That's crazy. Beautiful Joe 2, 9.6A on this one. Knowing the SM64 comps, would I have bought? I genuinely can't afford it right now, but, like, I would advise someone that, yes, $3,000 is a good purchase. If someone paid $3,000 for it, I'd be like, wow, that's great. Even if there is a crease on the front or whatever, like, the label alone will carry your value. This is probably a frickin' Alma purchase, let's be honest. We're probably going to see it on eBay. What the hell is all this specking, though? Look at these specs. What are all these black specks hanging out? Was there a qualifier on this? No, no qualifier. Graded in March. What's going on with the auction here? Oh, we're into Wii. We are done the GameCube stuff for the day.
$34. $36.
Entering into Wii, then we have 3 Switch games, and then we are done Nintendo for the day. Yeah, eating Dunkaroos. Exactly, Flux. That is Greg working. That is brand recognition. Brand recognition on eating the Dunkaroos. Yeah, it's just like a lot of specks and flakes. There's the crease I assume you guys are talking about right on Mario's hat. Even up here, there's more specks.
$48.
But like, this is a lot of like bullshit. So for the price it went for, it still probably isn't bad, but like weird.
$50.
Just kind of weird. Now, the back looks fine. Just the front there. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe you can clean that off the wrap. I don't know if it's on the wrap, in the wrap. But like, geez. Weird.
$65. $70. $75.
Here's Smash Bros. Brawl 9.6A.
$80.
Most of the big number games we see are from Nintendo. So what's the most valuable non-Nintendo games and how much cheaper are they? The biggest of the big like aren't cheaper.
$90.
Because like you get into the PlayStation long box copies of Resident Evil, Doom sold for a fuck ton, Twisted Metal sold for a fuck ton. And I'm talking like tens of thousands of dollars on these games. On some of those PS1 titles. During the boom phase, frickin' Tomb Raider Black Label went for $100,000.
$50.
Now, these days, it's like a $6,000 game, but
$70.
some PS1 games really went crazy as well. These days, I assume Resident Evil would be the... Oh yeah, Sega with Sonic 1 as well went for like $350, I think, at the peak. I think that's the highest Sonic sale we had, $350.
Fair warning.
So there's some nutty non-Nintendo stuff out there. Yeah, Turbo Graphics Magical Chase. Yep, that's another probably $20,000, hey? I think Jeff even sold his Mega Man Game Gear for what, 20,000? 15? Somewhere in there. 85 plus, so. Yo, Gear Up Survival, I appreciate it, dude. Found you when you were at 3K-ish, and heck yeah, dude, keep it up. Appreciate it, man. Channel's always growing, dude.
$130.
Good to see you still sticking around. Attack on Titan is pretty rare. See, Skull, is this the reprint or not, though? I'm pretty sure this got reprinted on Switch, did it not?
Fair warning.
I thought that this game got a reprint, but I'm not sure. I don't follow Switch enough. But I feel like I remember people talking about it.
Warning.
Someone would have to confirm it for me, though.
$60.
I don't know. But yes, Attack on Titan 2 does have value. It does. It did get a reprint, and that's probably the reprint, but it's still desirable. You can't tell the reprint, really. About to join the gang for sure. Exactly, Eric, exactly.
$180.
Do people ever have sealed black labeled jewel variants like Doom or Ridge Racer or Twisted Metal? Those are the most rare on the PS1 set. We've seen some of them, Potbelly. I think we've seen Tekken Jewel come up. I think.
$85.
That's not the reprint. Timothy seems adamant, Supyo. Timothy sounds like you can tell.
$10.
So the Attack on Titan 2, which Timothy is saying is not the reprint, went for $204, 9.68 plus plus.
$20.
The Smash Bros. Brawl there went for $119. Here's Doom, 9.88 plus. Yeah, Bobby your broski, Deal Tavern had them done. Really, hey? Old Deal Tavern had them done.
$90. $100.
Attack on 2 Final Battle. Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle was the one that was reprinted, not Attack on Titan 2. You're just saying a bunch of words at this point, Timothy. You're just talking a bunch of nonsense, pal. Here's Shining Pearl, 9.88 plus plus. I don't know if there is a deal with Deal Tavern. Like, they're just a major game distributor? What would they even be? Supplier? Wholesaler? I don't know what word you'd use for them.
Next lot. $65.
Alma's saying it is Final Battle that got reprinted. That's the raw price? I don't know. I don't know.
$140.
You guys are nuts. You Switch collectors don't know a frickin' reprint from the back of your head.
Fair warning.
You're expecting BDSP. Oh my god. to start going up in price slowly over the next few months. It ended its print run, so stock's going to start drying up. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Yeah, $134. I mean, you can't really complain there. You can't really complain.
$60, $180,
$134 for the 9.88++. It will be interesting to see what starts happening with them. Yours is the other one that is reprinted. Yeah, so this is not the reprint version. This is just standard Attack on Titan 2, no reprints.
Next lot.
So there we go. Now we know. Now we know. We got to the bottom of it. Here's the Little Mermaid, 9.8 A++. But it's a Majesco release. But it's a Majesco. It's a 10, but maybe the new Little Mermaid hype movie, will the hype push this one?
Fair warning. $420.
I want to make a joke about all the controversy about the new movie, but I feel like there's a line we got to draw somewhere. But the Little Mermaid here, 9.8 A++, goes for $480. Batman Forever is a 9.6 A++ copy here as well. This also says assembled in Mexico. Majesco reprint on this one as well.
Next lot. $12.
Think of it like Ultimate MK3 versus MK3. There it is. That's a good way to look at it, Timothy. Next auction, you'll be a bidder on here live. Let's go, Eric. Love to hear it, man. Hopefully you can score yourself something. Make sure to keep in mind, like if it's your first time bidding, always look at the number that says with BP, because that's the actual price you're going to pay. And always make sure to look at like how much it's going to cost to ship to you. I don't know if you're international or not. And any kind of sales tax that you might have as well. Just keep those in the back of your mind. Not Majesco, but Mexico. So there are Sega Genesis games, Supyo, that are assembled in Mexico that are not Majesco. That I did not know.
$2.
Yeah, no sleeves, no legit windows, no lines. All jokes are live.
$16, $18,
There's a lot of Tekken Black Label Jewel that have sold 34K for one. Yeah, I remembered seeing the Tekken one for sure. That is one I definitely remembered seeing Potbelly. So those rare variants do get a lot of love. They do have a lot of value. Definitely. You almost won the Carmen, but you're kind of glad you didn't. What did it sell for? $228 for the 9.6 A+. With the match sample number to merchandise sticker? Not sure what that sticker's indicating. Kind of neat.
Next lot.
Hard Corpse has a clamshell in Mexico. There's only one Tekken Jewel, but it sold twice. That's funny. John Madden Football with the limited edition sticker. Early production 9.6 B+. John Madden 93.
Fair warning.
The sticker kind of scared you. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems neat. Seems like a neat sticker to have on there. I mean, I guess you could just crack it open and peel both those stickers off. There's also a small price sticker on there, but... Is this Madden super low? I think it is, honestly.
Fair warning.
I think it's low for $204 compared to what we've seen a lot of Maddens do, but...
$7. $14.
Here's Lethal Enforcer Gunfighters. Let's see if Madden has quick comps here. Madden 93. 9.8 A++. Sold for $6,000. Okay, that was August 7th. And 9.6 A++ sold for $1,100 back in September 2021. So we've seen two of them apparently.
Fair warning.
9.6 B+ for $200. Like I think it's very cheap for the Madden. I think it's, you know, good price for that. I think it's hard to go wrong with a Madden game for $200. Early print Sega Genesis.
Next lot.
I think it's a good pickup.
$22. $60. Fair warning. Next lot.
All-Star Challenge 8.5 play A+ for $84. NHL 96 is a 9.4 A. Greg, listen to myself. Am I drinking the Kool-Aid there? $200 for a junk Madden game, but it's John Madden. Come on, man, it's John Madden. There'll be some sports guy in 3 years who wants to buy John Madden football from you for $500.
$12.
Gary V will show up on YouTube. He'll be talking about how influential the early Madden games are. You gotta buy these games right now. It's John Madden football. He's gonna pump it. It'll happen. You get $500 for your Madden. You high five Gary V. 2027, book it. Okay? It just takes a couple years. Williams Arcade Greatest Hits is a CGC 9.2A+. These look like they're Majesco ones. Cardboard assembled in Mexico, I believe. NHL 96 went for $61. Okay. Not too much there on NHL 96 today. Here are 2 CIB games, Mickey Mousecapade and Aladdin.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Alma is, yeah, exactly. Someone paid $6K for a perfect one a year ago, so.
$30.
Or not even a year ago, in August, I think it was. Garfield caught in the act. Sega Game Gear. It's cool seeing Game Gear show up at these auctions now. Cool seeing Game Gear show up. 8.0A here on Garfield. Is it going to get any more love? It is not. Goes for $89. And here is George Foreman's KO Boxing. 8.5A+. I will help out George Foreman.
$40.
We'll push it up to... we'll go a little bit more. We'll do one more.
You've been outbid.
There we go. Now it's at 77.
You've been outbid.
8.5A+ on George Foreman. Do boomers like Garfield? Is the Garfield comic still going? I thought the Garfield comic stopped or something. I felt like I read something about that. Or does Garfield still print? George Foreman goes for $75. Man, it was just me bidding on it. Hey, that's insane. And Garfield caught in the act. So I guess when I say that Game Gear's cool and it's cool seeing Game Gear, it's literally only me thinking that. No one else gives a shit, apparently. Jesus. Factory sealed case of 6 here. NFL 95, sorry. NFL 95 on Game Gear. 6 of them. Goes for $61. Wow. Game Gear is not having its day.
$6, $8, $10.
Game Gear is not having its day. That is crazy. Man, oh man.
Fair warning.
$14. $16, $18.
Oh, someone asked me if I had the new WATA case in hand yet. The answer is no, but I should have it in about 2 weeks and I'll be able to make a full video on it.
$38.
WATA has the best cases in your opinion? Do you like the old case or the new case for them?
$42.
Here's Andretti Racing, Mario Andretti, 9.8A+ on it. Features racing tips from Mario, Michael, and Jeff Andretti. Is the whole fucking family? They all do it? What? That's crazy. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that it's like family pedigree of racing.
$190.
Like when you look at some football, baseball, hockey, it's all like pedigrees of players. Like there's so many people who like, oh, their dad played in the NFL. Now they do. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that racing also has a pedigree like that, but Jesus. Got the whole Andretti family there telling you about racing. Sold for $71. What a steal. Here's Doom, 9.6A on Saturn. The worst cover of Doom, in my opinion. That just like, you know, it's an awful cover for Doom.
$7.
Awful, awful box art. It's unfortunate the Saturn got had like that. 9.6A there goes for $240. FIFA 97 with Cruzeiro Esport Club forward Jose de Oliveira on the cover. Jose de Oliveira. 9.6A on him. It's also one of the worst ports.
$40.
One of the worst ports, the worst cover, and most available. Yeah. Doom did bad. It's like a skull. I don't know. It's like, it reminds me of like, yeah, just a skull.
Fair warning.
But when I look at it from far away, I see like the Phoenix Desert, like the coyote skull when I look at it from far away. But it's just like a human skull on fire with horns. I don't know, a devil's skull, I guess.
$38, $40, $42,
$75 here for the FIFA 97. Supposed to be a lost soul enemy? Yeah, I'm sure it has something to do with the game. Yeah, it's supposed to be a lost soul. But for me, as someone who like isn't intimate with Doom, like I just see like the desert coyote, like the skull.
$70.
I guess I need to play more Doom, apparently. I guess I need to play more Doom. Not a franchise I have much experience with. On that note, though, speaking of Doom, Tonight's auction is sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Huge thanks to them sponsoring the auction. Huge thanks to you guys being here tonight. In the description of the video, you can find all upcoming showcase and signature auctions. Consignment Deadline is fast approaching for the July signature. Consignment Deadline's in 2 weeks. You guys have until June 6th if you want to be in the July signature, okay? After that, we're looking for consignment deadlines for the pioneers of home consoles, Atari stuff, Coleco, all that good stuff. And there's another 8 to 64-bit and another 6th gen coming up later in the year. So reach out if you guys are interested in being in any of those showcase or signature auctions. And of course, Heritage is always taking quality consignments for the weekly auctions we watch right here every single Tuesday. Use the link in the description to get yourself free appraisals. Any other questions, videogames@ha.com. Huge thanks to them sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys being here. And at the top of the chat there, you should see as well that the consignment thing is linked there, or pinned at the top of the comment section. So if you guys are interested in consigning, make sure to reach out. Oh, we have only 60 games left. We're under 180 today. Under 180. No Atari today. Kind of crazy. Blazing Lasers 9.28 plus. Oh, I appreciate you coming in, Eric. Appreciate you being here, dude.
$190.
Do I know if the PC game auction is going to be something more frequent? I don't, Elysium. I think, like, this is just me spitballing, but my guess is they're going to see how much interest that PC auction gets. And from there, they'll decide if there's enough demand as well as enough consignments to keep it going at a regular basis. As of right now, I don't know if there is more. Another one scheduled. I don't believe there is at this time. Here's Lords of Thunder for the frickin' Turbo Duo. Like, what? What an odd game to show up here. TurboGrafx CD, Super Duo, Turbo. Isn't it a Turbo Duo? I don't even know. This gets so nitty gritty when we go down that TurboGrafx. But people are loving it. It's pushing its way up to $400 here.
Fair warning.
That Resident Evil for N64 went crazy cheap. Really, HW? I thought it kind of sold for market value. $720 for a 9.4 B+. I thought that was not bad at all, considering a B+ seal, you know what I mean? And Rick, you want me to skim the rest of the games here? We enter into PS1 right away. We have Evil Dead, Dragon Ball Z, of course. We have Greatest Hits, Final Fantasies. You guys don't want to miss out on those. Metal Gear Solid's 9.48+. Misadventures of Tron Bonne, 9.28+. Oh my god, I had like a burp that didn't want to burp. Jesus. Rampage World Tour is a 9.8, as well as Shadow Madness. We have Xenogears again, 9.8. God of War 2, or 2 copies of God of War 2, sorry. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy copies. Lifeline's kind of neat, 9.2 B+ there. Soul Calibur's, Demon Souls comes up a lot later. There's also a Fortnite tonight. Yes, Fortnite on PS4. There's lots of stuff coming up, Rick. Lots of good stuff. You don't want to miss out on any of that. Where would you be without Greatest Hits Final Fantasies, man? Here's Battle Sport, 9.6A. I need to play the Doom mod, the Golden Souls. It mixes Mario 64 with Doom, and it's actually excellent. Really? Really? I've never even heard of that.
$36.
The Golden Souls, Mario 64 with Doom, hey? Interesting. There's not a ton of heavies in the PC showcase, unfortunately. Really? Super Junk, I saw that they have like a Doom. I think there's a World of Warcraft. I don't know enough about like PC heavies to
$42.
say if there is or isn't. It looked like a good lineup to me, but I don't know enough.
$44.
I thought the PC showcase actually had a lot of big shit in it, but maybe I just don't know. TurboGrafx fans are ruthless. It's almost impossible to learn anything about the system because it's gate kept to no end. Good God. That's funny. As if. All 10 of the TurboGrafx fans keeping other people out.
Fair warning.
Wow. I never had it. Like, you can't find TurboGrafx stuff locally, so there was never any, like, excitement for me to learn about it or get into it or play on it or... You know what I mean? Everything just had to be ordered online, importing. It was just expensive, so I never bothered with it.
Next lot.
$18.
Battlesport went for $84. Long auction there to get $84. Here is codename Tenka. First time on here? No, I guess not. It doesn't say it is. 9.28 plus on Tenka.
Fair warning.
Greg isn't married because he keeps spending all of his ring fund on games. Ignore the social norms for how much to spend on rings. You got a beautiful vintage set for under 1K. Yeah, for sure, Undamned. I think it's nuts how much the ring market is. Like, all jewelry, rings, all that. I think it's absolutely insane how much people do spend and how much, like, you know, it became a societal norm to spend a fuck ton of money on it. But, like I said, I'm lucky that my girlfriend doesn't have big expectations in that.
Fair warning.
She doesn't have, like, you know, the dreams of the big ring and all that. So.
$40.
You bid on Lords of Thunder. You think you bought the Shanghai on SMS? Let's go. TurboGrafx is just too cool. You loved it as a kid? Yeah, I didn't play on one until I was probably like 20. I think that's like the first time I got one. I don't think there is a WATA 10 yet, Skull, on PS1. I don't believe there is. I do not believe there is. You doubt you'll consign PC games again? Even though the results aren't here yet, Big Box?
Fair warning.
Or not great grades or Mac? Yeah, like, I mean, obviously from my perspective, it's like, man, how are they going to do, right? Like, I want to see what they do. There's a few big ones, but not enough to carry the whole auction. The Doom is the shareware, still legit, and the WoW is huge, but most of the other stuff is GOTY or later editions. Interesting. You had Shadow Madness back in the day? Played more of the Jade Cocoon demo that came with it than Shadow Madness? Danny, I also had Shadow Madness, and the game kind of sucked. I played a lot of Shadow Madness, though. Never beat it, but we only owned so many games, so you just kind of played what you had. And yeah, Shadow Madness kind of sucked. FIFA 04 was a 9.8A plus for $55. Evil Dead was a 9.0A for $149. Final Fantasy VII Greatest Hits copy. It's actually from the this is a retail copy of the game, not the reprint. So 9.8A plus. It's pushing its way up to $430. All of these are actual timepiece games, Skull. These ones all have security strips at the top, so they're not from the Square reprints. So these ones at least have some value. As you can see here, the Final Fantasy VII is pushing its way up. Almost $500 on it right now.
Fair warning.
Looking forward to see how much the Doom shareware goes for. You have a nice copy.
$18.
Yeah, I assume the Doom game is definitely going to get some love. I assume that Doom is definitely going to get some love. So $492 for Final Fantasy VII. Here's Final Fantasy VIII, also 9.8A plus.
$85.
Even if there's interest, you don't think the supply is there, not graded anyway? Yeah, I guess that's one thing that you guys would have learned as well, Big Box. How does it look for the supply of Grail type PC big box games? Like how is the supply for that stuff? Is it out there? Do they even exist?
$150.
Girlfriend just expects you to sell the most expensive game? Yeah, let's hope not.
$160.
Super new to sealed games. You bought in 2003. You bought in 2003 a lot of EA Sports and Tecmo games, new sealed for SNES for backups. You thought you need them as backups in the future? Are they worth grading? It completely depends what games you have, some dude. You bought a lot of EA Sports and Tecmo games for SNES for backups. Yeah, it just depends what you have. Some older sports games are very valuable, but like some of them are still worth fuck all. So it's fully game dependent. I can't just say like, yes, it's worth it, no, it's not worth it. Just depends which games you bought. If you have some early Maddens and stuff, yeah, those probably are fully worth it. Some of the NHL games, probably. If they're all in beautiful shape, it's, you know, they're probably worth it. So, just depends what you have and the condition of them. Final Fantasy VIII goes for $204, and here's Tactics 9.6A. Also has a security strip at the top. Yeah, 0 graded higher out of only 10 on the pop report. There we go. If you have a beautiful greatest hits security strip copy, you can become the highest on the pop report. the supply is low. I figured.
$28, $32, $30, $40.
FF7 going that high makes sense. It hasn't been printed in over 20 years. Yeah, like it's actually vintage still, right? Greatest hits copy, obviously, but there's still vintage FF7, so $492 isn't insane for a 9.8A plus. Here's Gekio Shooting King, 9.8A on it. 1 graded higher out of 5 on the pop report.
Fair warning.
7 was never on the site, really. I thought it was. I thought you'd get 7, 8, 9, as well as anthologies, chronicles, and Chrono Cross, maybe?
$500.
Gekio goes for 129. Here is Metal Gear Solid, 9.4A plus with a disc loose
Fair
though.
warning.
Ooh, ugh, ooh. And with a 3-disc game, I don't know if you could get that back in. I think Metal Gear's 3 discs, isn't it? 2 disc. Maybe you could reset the disc. Ah, man.
Fair warning.
If it didn't have a loose disc, like it would probably be a 9.8.
Next lot.
If you can get that disc back in there. $780 for it. 9.4A plus. Here's Tron Bonne, 9.2A plus. Immediately shot up to almost $1,000.
Fair warning.
You can't reset that? Yeah, I figured you can't.
$150.
I figured you can't.
$900.
I figured if you tried to, you're likely to get the other disc out as well.
$950.
PC stuff, the supply is almost prohibitively low. Makes it hard to grow the niche. Damn. Yeah, it sucks that it's literally that low.
$1,000.
Wait for the sports bros to come back in and dump all of them. There are not much sealed PC grails left out there, so even bad condition of a grail is being held with the jaws of life. Jeez. Yeah, PC collecting's really cool. Like, I think it's really cool, but it's obviously, you know, I gotta pick and choose my battles out there. But, like, kudos to you guys for chasing that down and going down that disc there. Or down that route of getting PC big box. If I had more connection to that era of gaming, I would for sure be in it as well. They display wonderfully. They just look so cool. Tron Bonne did close at $1,140. Ninja Shadow of Darkness goes for $94. Here's Omega Boost 9.0A plus, and we're actually going to check out Tron Bonne comps. Because $1,100 seems good for Tron Bonne. At least my head says it is. Let's take a peek though. Tron Bonne. This was a 9.2A plus. So yeah, we last saw 9.4A plus sell for less than that. It went for $1,080. CGC has sold nothing else. Yeah, so this did outsell the last 9.4, the WATA copy that came to auction. That was back in November. And a 9.6A++ Tron Bonne went for $2,160 back at the April signature. Good sale for Tron Bonne today. Tron Bonne fans rejoice. $1,140 for the 9.2A+. Here's Ridge Racer. Which version is this? Is this just Ridge Racer? I thought this one had a subtitle. Highest graded copy on the pop report out of only 2. 9.6A on Ridge Racer. Is this Ridge Racer 1?
Next lot.
I was sure it looked different. Is that actually the cover design of the first Ridge Racer?
$48.
Weird.
$55.
Looks pretty dope. I like it. Rampage Through Time is a 9.6A.
$95, $110.
And we also have Rampage World Tour 9.8A. Rampage always sells. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, Rampage has always sold well. Pushing its way up to $260 here on Rampage Through Time.
$300. $340. $360.
Yeah, Daniel, I wonder if someone didn't see that the disc was loose in the Metal Gear Solid. Rampage Through Time is pushing up to $450 now.
Fair warning.
Yeah. Rampage games, man. They always do well. People love it. People love it. $432 for Rampage Through Time. So let's see now what World Tour does.
$140.
9.8A. I assume we're going to jump up pretty quick here.
$320.
Tron Bonne slips through your hands yet again.
$360. $380. $400.
For Resident Evil N64 closed this November 22nd during the plummet. 8.5A plus for $552. 9.4A plus in August went for nearly $1,680, so pretty decent. Yeah, the stink of the B plus for sure.
Next lot.
For sure.
$42.
The stink of the B plus, man. It'll get you. World Tour goes for 456. So 432 and 456 are the Rampage games, respectively. Both only an A seal rating on them. So Shadow Madness, 9.8 A plus. Only 7 total copies. It has the Jade Cocoon variant there on the front. 9.8 A plus on it. Shadow Madness fans, where are you at? We're at 180 bucks. It's funny that no one has spawned, like, just, you know, RPGs on PS1 were usually pretty freaking good. It's funny that Shadow Madness is just 170 bucks. And as someone who played it growing up, like, I can't defend the game either. It kind of sucks. Silent Bomber, 9.6 A plus here. You have a sealed big box Counter-Strike 1.6. That might be worth a ton. Wow. Yeah, that's cool, Comac. That's really cool. You've never seen another one sealed? You have one PC big box Star Wars Dark Forces still sealed? That's cool as well. I saw that in your picture, expensive cardboard. It displays super nice. That big box Dark Forces.
Fair warning.
You know of a few, but many are in rough shape. A nicer copy sold recently on eBay for 2.5K. That's of Counter-Strike 1.6. You bet it would have gotten a ton more live. 4K plus for the right copy. You played Rampage in the arcades back in the day. We owned Rampage on, where did we have Rampage? I played one a lot, but I don't know if we owned it on PlayStation or
$900.
where else? Yeah, it had to have been PlayStation, but I don't remember these ones. Maybe my uncle owned it. Because we played Rampage a decent amount. It's fun. It's a fun game. I just can't remember where the hell we played it. Maybe we rented it? Xenogears was a 9.8 A plus.
$16.
2,220. Yeah, Alma, it's crazy, man. How many Xenogears have you won at this point? I swear, like, every time it comes up, it's a frickin' 9.8 A plus, which is crazy. At some point, like, they have to stop coming. We can't keep letting Xenogears get away with it. 9.8 A plus for 1,860, 9.8 A plus plus for 4,200, 9.8 A plus for 1,900, and that's all a month ago. That's April 4th, April 22nd, and May 2nd. So the last copy sold for 1,920 and 2,220 respectively, 2,220 again. How does Xenogears keep selling for $2,000? March, April, May. We've had 4 copies. What? Where are they all coming from? Crazy. Big Red 1 there, 9.6 A plus, was from the Legacy set. That's why it only sold for $47. It's basically a trilogy copy of Big Red 1. God of War 2, 9.4 A plus there, goes for $139. And God of War 2 as well, 9.4 A plus, goes for $129. CGC is back on top, baby! CGC with a big sale, $139 versus $129. Supyo! Supyo, are you seeing this? Supyo, someone tell Supyo! CGC is back! And then we have trilogy copies of San Andreas, Liberty City... Or no, Liberty City Stories is real, 9.6 A. This is trilogy, and San Andreas is trilogy, and Vice City is trilogy.
75.
But the Liberty City Stories is real. You just got back and saw you on the Mario Clash and Batman Forever. You tried Greg's spreadsheet method tonight, and it slayed. Let's go! Huge to hear, Run Amok. Huge to hear, man. Glad it worked out for you, and glad you picked up some cool games.
Next lot. $65.
You just bought Fallout 1 big box the other week. One of your long sought after CIBs? That's cool too.
Fair warning. $70.
Rampage was the only game you ever beat with your mom as a kid. The ending screen was like, congrats. Well, yeah, it's yeah, there's no such thing as an end screen on those arcade games, so you get what you get.
Next
Be happy they even programmed congrats into it. Be even happier if the congrats wasn't misspelled. Congratulation.
Fair warning.
You just started your graded game collection with the VGA 85 Plus Legend of Dragoon Greatest Hits. Favorite game as a kid? Good choice, Ryan. I have fond memories of Legend of Dragoon. That's a game that I need to go back and see if I still like it. Because I remember it being quite good growing up. I played it a ton, but I haven't touched...
$40.
I probably haven't played that game in 20 years. Probably 20 years, yeah. Probably
Fair
damn
warning.
close to 20, if not. I don't remember if it's actually any good or not.
Next lot.
I watched a little bit of it on Twitch not too long ago. Looks still
$60.
nice. Look like, yeah, look cool, but... You just played through it again when they ported it to PS5 and you loved it? Damn, maybe it does hold up pretty good.
$70.
Here's Lifeline, a voice action adventure. I think you have to use the mic with this game, I think. There's only 4 graded on the pop report.
$80.
First time ever on Heritage. Yeah, you use a microphone and you say the stuff to the characters on the screen. And it's rated M,
Fair
so you know
warning.
it's spicy. Really cool, unique title. I'm pretty sure Metal
Next
Jesus covered this at one point,
$12.
years ago. And the price went up thanks to that. $104 today. I don't know if anyone still cares, but very unique
Fair
game
warning.
for the PS2 there.
$16.
That's a
$24.
Lifeline voice action adventure. Here's Madden 03 with what? Marshall Falk. Marshall Falk on the cover,
Fair warning.
9.6A.
$26.
At this point, there's probably more GTA Trilogy graded than opened, played, and enjoyed by players. Yeah, the
Fair
Trilogy
warning.
games are the single highest graded population game, period,
Next
Skull.
lot.
I think San Andreas on PS2 is the #1 most graded game across all consoles, everything.
Fair warning.
Yeah, San
$4.
Andreas Trilogy has 679 copies graded.
$6.
Vice
$8.
City has 634,
$10.
and GTA 3 has 661.
$14.
679
$16.
trilogy copies of San Andreas floating around out there. And almost all of them are 9.6 and 9.8, because of course they are. That's hilarious.
$12.
Madden 9.6A there, Madden 05. Is that like Ray
$20.
Lewis on the cover? Who's on the cover of Madden 05 here?
$22.
Misclick. Misclick.
Fair warning.
Oh yeah, Ray Lewis on the cover of 05. Let's go. Then we have Paul Amalu and Larry Fitzgerald, 9.6A. First time they ever had 2 cover athletes.
$28.
2 athletes on the cover. That's crazy. That's crazy. 9.6A on Madden 10. $43 for Ray Lewis,
$30.
$54 for Marshall Falk. Yeah, exactly. Why isn't there a 10, right? Why isn't there a 10 on the trilogy there?
Fair warning. Next lot. $12.
Fallout 1 has a cardboard frame to it, but it doesn't actually hold the manuals and jewel case in place. Yeah, my big box Tomb Raider just fucking shakes like a maraca, unfortunately. I've noticed that with some of the big box games. They don't actually, like, set the everything inside. Soul Calibur 2, 9.4B+.
Next lot.
I think my Serious Sam
$14.
shakes around 2 inside. It's like kind of sounds like shit.
$18.
Soul Calibur 2 goes for $71.
$22.
Here's Soul Calibur 3, 9.6A.
$32.
This game was cool because it had an actual, like, create your fighter mode. I spent a lot of time in that as a kid. I think I spent more time creating fighters than actually playing this game.
$48, $50, $50, $60, $70, $70, $80.
Oh yeah, there's also VGA copies out there. That's exactly. Oh yeah, no, for sure, Brian. When those GTA trilogies first hit the market, they were selling, I think they were over $1,000. So obviously, if you can purchase them for, I think they used to be $49.99, you could buy the sealed trilogy set. So if you could buy it for $49, get it graded for, you know, grade all 3 copies for $75, you're into it for like $150 at most. Then each of the games sells for $500 plus. You're turning like $150 into $1,500. It was insane for a bit. Like a literal money glitch. IRL money glitch found.
$140.
San Andreas infinite money code. So I understand why it happened, but Jesus Christ. What a time to be alive. My only regret is not getting in on that.
$12.
That's my only regret. I did not get any of that infinite money. Feels bad, man. Yeah, Tiger Woods 9.8A plus. Tiger Woods 02 goes for $159. Tiger getting some value there. 9.4A as well. Tiger 2003 on this one. Didn't Tiger just withdraw from the US Open or something?
Fair warning.
We might be getting close to the day Tiger says he's retiring. We gotta be getting
Next
close.
lot.
Invest now. Tiger can only go
$12.
up. $47 for Tiger 03, and here's Tiger 04.
$16.
9.4A on this one.
$20.
Blame Greg? What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Don't be blaming Greg.
Fair warning.
Don't you be blaming Greg for anything.
Next lot. $110. $130. $150.
Here's the Demon Souls 9.6 with an A seal rating. I still need to get myself a copy, but I'm not going to go ahead and settle for an A. I want a nicer copy than that. You bought a GTA 3 thinking it was Black Label and got hit with the trilogy spank when you got home. Huge L. Oof. Yeah, I assume a lot of people got fucked by it, Bouchard. Or like bought it not knowing.
Next
Yeah.
lot.
I assume there's a lot of people who
$12,
bought Grand Theft Auto games who
$28.
did not know what they were buying. And just thought they were getting like a Black Label Grand Theft Auto, you know? And then only later did they realize they bought Paperweight. Demon Souls goes for $252. Here's Diablo 3 on PS3. Also a game I'd like to get at some point, and it's super, like... Diablo 3 is really cheap on eBay, too. At least it was when I was looking at it before, like 20, 30 bucks for a sealed one. So 9.6A here, first time at Heritage, sells for
$32.
63 bucks. Makes sense. I need to get myself a copy of this, though. Really cool game to have. Here's Heavenly Sword, 9.6A plus.
$38.
This is close to a launch title, isn't it, on PS3?
$42.
I think so. I just remember everyone said it was like God of War, but you're a female. God of War for girls, I guess. Because heavens knows a male gamer can't play as a female. I was back in 07, so you gotta remember. It's a wild time to be alive. But I just remember the game didn't do well. And obviously the comparisons to God of War. Hey, we still have the Fortnite coming up right away here. Then a little bit of Xbox to close off the auction. And of course, Halo 4. Heaven Sword was a launch title. Jeez, that's crazy. It was a freaking launch title, hey? And Halo 4, as the title of the video states, this is week 27 in a row of Halo 4 being in a weekly auction. And that is consecutive weeks. If we were to miss 1 week here, miss 1 week there, we could take that number up to about 40 weeks where it's almost consistently seeing Halo 4. That's crazy. We're going to be going on to 1 year plus of Halo 4 at every single weekly auction. Will we ever see that again with another game? Halo 4, buy now while it's cheap. It can only go up from here.
Next lot. $22, $28, $32.
Absolutely insane.
$40.
Yeah, Halo 4 has done what friends on PS2 could not. Exactly, Skull.
$75.
A little bit of Halo 4 inside all of us. It's just insane. 27 consecutive weeks. That's 6 months of Halo 4 every single week. That's me talking about Halo 4 every single week for 6 months. That's crazy. That is nuts. Metal Gear Solid The Legacy Collection is a 9.6A plus, and right behind it was Infamous, actually. A series that a lot of people love. I think it got, what, 3 games in the Infamous series? I completely missed it. I heard that Infamous 1 and 2 were really good, though. Completely missed the series myself. Here is Red Dead Redemption for PS3 as well. 9.6A. And don't stop, won't stop. Exactly. You're pretty sure you bid on every one? Yeah, how many have you bought, Alma? How many copies of Halo 4 have you gone through at this point yourself?
$22.
Red Dead goes for $149. Here is Resistance, Fall of Man, 9.2A plus. This is also super close to a launch title. I would just say it is one. It's very close to being a launch title on PS3 as well. Resistance, Fall of Man.
$30. $34. $38.
I'm also keeping an eye on the NHL game tonight. Golden Knights are up 4-0 on Dallas. That is awful. And over in the NBA, the Heat are leading the Celtics. I can't believe Miami is going to sweep Boston.
$46.
What the hell, Jimmy Butler? That is nuts. Put that man on the cover of NBA 24. That is crazy what the Heat have been doing. Crazy.
$50.
So that's interesting. And of course, yesterday, the Lakers did get swept. LeBron James is gone, so.
$60.
So at this point, I'm just rooting for the Heat. Let's go, Jimmy Butler.
$70.
That dude's awesome. Alma will stop at nothing to obtain the single largest Halo 4 graded collection in the world. Yeah, I'm sure Alma probably has gone through almost 10 at this point. $80. That would be my guess. Probably around 10 copies of Halo 4 himself. As Resistance here slowly pushes its way up to $100. Slowly but surely.
$90.
Pushing its way up. Yeah, bye-bye LeBron. I really thought they were going to win a game, man. I really thought they were going to win a game. I can't believe they got swept. Nugs win it all. Jokic MVP. Yeah. That's like, I think the Nugs are going to win, Frang. I do think they're a better team than Miami, but like, holy fuck is Miami doing well.
$18.
Resistance finally closed that 124 there, and Silent Hill Downpour 9.68 plus. We've been seeing these for a lot of weeks. This might be the new Halo 4, everybody. This might just be it. It feels like we've probably seen this 4 or 5 weeks in a row now on Silent Hill Downpour.
$30.
What it sells for, though, is still pretty volatile. Sometimes they do really well, sometimes they sell for nothing. So, if you want to get yourself a copy, pay attention to the end price.
$42.
Yeah, the Halo 4 economic explosion, exactly.
$50. $55. $60.
Yeah, Miami playing without 2 of their better players. I didn't even know Oladipo was on Miami right now. The last time I cared about that dude, I think he was still in OKC. And yeah, Tyler Harrow, for sure. I didn't know they were both out. That's wild. Wild what Miami's doing.
Next lot.
Resistance is another launch title. Yeah, geez, that's cool. Launch titles will always be special. Launch titles will always have that little bit of special.
$18.
I'll place a bid. Why is this sitting at $47? Why doesn't anyone want this?
$20.
Why is the 9.28 plus sitting at $50? Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on PS3. First time offering the PS3 version on Heritage. Just not a fan of LeBron? I mean, I am a fan of LeBron, so.
Fair warning.
I am a fan. I can't say nothing. I'm always down to see LeBron win something. LeBron, Steph, I'm down to see both of them win something. And yeah, Jimmy Butler, he's a cool dude.
Fair warning.
That guy's a grinder. It's cool seeing him be at like the top of the game right now.
$360. $480.
The Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom there goes for $55. Yeah, I'm surprised just no interest.
Fair warning.
Here's Fortnite 9.0A PS4.
$600.
Not the early print though. This does not have the Llama sticker and it's a loose disc. So with this one, you absolutely can get this disc back in place. You can 100% reset the disc. You could submit this for grading again. Assumedly, CGC does also lower the grade for loose disc. WATA absolutely lowers the grade for a loose disc. I assume CGC does as well. So you could send it back. You could put the disc back in place. Get a higher grade, assumedly. So, kind of interesting with that.
Fair warning.
You made this, you missed the N in launch both times.
$12.
That's awesome. I love that.
20, 30.
Here's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on PS4.
100.
9.88 plus on this one.
You've been outbid.
$140.
All right, I'm out. I pushed it all the way up to 150. Should I go one more? I don't know.
Fair warning.
One more.
100.
All right, I took high bid. That's it. I'm done. The disc can shatter. That'd be wild.
Fair warning.
That'd be shit.
Next lot.
All right, 9.88 plus there in the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. $169.
$280.
Not bad for 9.88 plus. Not bad. Here's 9.68 plus on Fable.
Fair warning.
I might just, I don't know. This might go into a resale pile. I'm genuinely not
Next
sure.
lot.
I might just pop it onto
$110.
eBay and see if anyone bites at it. We'll have to see.
$120.
Cool game. Fable 9.68 plus goes for $312. Halo 2 9.28 with the do not sell before.
$30.
The disc can shatter if you try to reset it.
$40. $150.
Could even trade one of my copies in cash if you're attached. Oh, what are you talking about, big box?
$170.
Not sure which one you're talking about. We have 11 more games to go here. Halo 2.
$180.
Yeah, with a PS4 game, I'd be more worried about shattering the case than the disc. Exactly, I agree. Oh, CS 1.6.
Fair warning.
Like, I'm not attached enough to chase it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not attached enough to chase it.
Fair warning.
You're sad your Prime Remaster only got a
Next
9.88 plus? How much does that extra plus matter? With Nintendo Switch games, it does. When we talk about Nintendo Switch, Frank, I think it is going to matter quite a bit in the future,
Fair
but right
warning.
now, not that much.
$36.
You had a loose
$40.
disc, you fixed it, and you got the same grade. Is that with CGC, Macmorn? Oh, you're talking to Comac. That makes more sense.
Fair warning.
Okay, I'll butt out. 9.2A here with... This was a variant of something. No country, no movie ticket. 9.2A here on Star Wars Lego.
Fair warning.
You get that the Infamous had holes in the UPC, but it's such a great
Next
game.
lot.
Easily one of your favorite open world games, period. Yeah.
$280.
That's what I thought, man. People loved Infamous. That game did really good when it came out. Not for resale. Doesn't seem easy to
Fair
find on
warning,
any
$100.
or UPC punch on PS3 games. Here's Star Wars Knights 2, 9.8 A plus on it. Beautiful
Fair
copy of Knights 2. We'll see if this gets some love here. Some of those 9.8s on Xbox still do really well.
$320.
I do not remember Mutant League football cards. No.
Fair
That's
warning.
before my time, man. I've barely even played the Mutant League games.
Next lot. $26. $28.
The 9.8 there on Star Wars Knights, only 360. I personally think it's a deal. I think this is like a key Xbox game if we want to talk like that, but here's Street Fighter the Anniversary
$34.
Collection, 9.0A on this. Only 3 total copies on the Pop Report.
Fair warning. $36.
Oh, you mean the NFRs are easy to find, the regular ones are a bit harder. Gotcha. Even though they make a note about the loose disc, you don't think CGC is tough on them. Interesting.
Fair warning.
Yeah, interesting. I just assumed they were going to do the same as WATA. Because WATA has confirmed in the Discord that they do lower your grade if you have a loose disc.
$28.
I guess I just assumed that, you know, CGC would be the same, but I guess it's fully possible they don't.
Fair warning. $32.
Toe Jam and Earl, 8.0A here. There's a cut in the case front
Fair
and the
warning.
spine. That's unfortunate.
$36.
Probably a nice game if it didn't have the cut in it. You won't get a 9.8 with one. Yeah, I figured that much. I figured that much.
$40.
I did assume they would gatekeep
Fair
you
warning.
away from the 9.8.
$44.
I never played Jade Empire, Danny. I'm very familiar with it from like an Xbox
$28.
collecting perspective, but I never played the Jade Empire game. I think there's 2 of them. Yes,
Fair warning.
that's exactly. You have to remember to give them the $20 tip, Macmorn. Then you can get your 9.8 with a loose disc. Toe Jam and Earl 3 here is also just slow
warning.
rolling its way up to $80.
$60.
Just slow rolling its way. Cool Xbox exclusive title though.
Fair warning. Next lot. $36. $85.
Toe Jam and Earl does close at $84. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I thought there were 2 Jade Empires. I could be thinking of something else, but I did a decent amount of Xbox collecting for sure. I think I got up to like 200 or 300 Xbox games. Slowly selling those off now as well. But just locally because most of them are worthless, to be completely honest. So it's like a bundle of 20 Xbox games for $75 and no one wants it. Not like great titles, but, you know.
$75.
Assassin's Creed was a 9.4A plus Black Label copy for $119. That seems cheap for Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 2 is a 9.6A plus.
Fair warning.
Oh, I am thinking Jordan Black. I am absolutely thinking of Kingdom of Heroes. I absolutely am. That's so funny.
Fair warning. Next
yep.
lot. $12. $18.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Kingdom Under Fire.
$22.
That's funny. Fucking Xbox, man. So many games on that console. So many games on that console. Assassin's Creed 2 closes at $119. Here's Castlevania Lords of Shadow. 9.2A on it. Lords of Shadow was a cool game. Pretty fun.
$8. $40. $42.
PS3 just seems too cheap right now compared to PS2, even PS4. Oh, for sure.
$50.
For sure, man. I mean, really, Jackie, I think we're getting to a point where most of this modern stuff is like arguably too cheap. You know, like Assassin's Creed for $119. Pretty good grade on it. 9.4A plus. You know, for some reason here, this Castlevania is getting bid up. The Castlevania is about to cross almost $150 for a 9.2A. I think there is a lot of opportunity with this stuff buying cheap right now.
$12. $28.
Grand Theft Auto 4 is a 9.4B plus. You're loading up on sealed PS3 for $20. Yep. Exactly.
Fair warning.
Castlevania is super common, Jackie, as far as I know as well. I think this is very easy to purchase off of eBay for $30. As far as I know, anyway. Here's Halo, 9.4A plus. Let's see if we can combine shipping on this.
$130.
You've been outbid.
Fair warning.
One more. That's it. I'm not bidding again. Okay, I'm out. I'm out.
You've been outbid.
$50.
Yeah, buy cheap while you can. They'll be worth hundreds of millions of dollars in a year or two. Exactly.
$160.
Exactly. Look at this. I talk about Halo 4, and now people are in. People are in. We're going to be crossing $200 right away. We're over $200 on Halo 4. All I had to do was talk about it a bit. We're going to get our highest sale on Halo 4 in weeks.
Fair warning.
Perhaps even in 27 weeks.
Next lot.
Closes at $216. $216. The last time it sold, it went for $149. $159.
$42.
Big sale on Halo 4 this week. Big sale. The bounce back. The floor. Or is it? Or is it a dead cat bounce? Be careful with Halo 4.
Fair warning.
Don't believe the hype.
Next
The 9.6A plus still gets no love, though. Here is Halo Reach, 9.6A plus with the Recon helmet. This should be a real copy of Reach. We don't see Reach that often compared to how much we see the other 360 Halos. I arguably feel like I should have bid on this for like $159 for Reach. Reach is arguably my favorite Halo. It's probably the one I played the most multiplayer in, period. I played a fuck ton of Halo Reach multiplayer. I feel like I should have bought that. How much does it cost to buy a raw copy of Halo Reach these days? It's got to be like $60, no? It has to have some value. It's Halo. At the top of the auction today was Mario 64, the 8.5A Plus for $3,000, down from every other sale of 8.5A Plus we've seen on Mario 64. It could be continuing to slide, but this copy did have some stuff that looked weird with it, so maybe bidders backed off. Hard to say, but $3,000, man, might be a sign of that Mario 64 continues to slide. Pokemon Red, 85 for $3,000, and Pokemon Blue, 85 for $2,300. Xenogears shows up again, 9.88 plus. It's like the fourth one we've seen in only 2 months. It's still selling for $2,000 strong, though. Xenogears refuses to dip in price. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, back from the sewers, 9.68 plus for $1,500, and Mario Bros. 2, 8.08 plus, oval for $1,320, and Tron Bond rounds out the games that got over $1,000 today, 9.2A plus. On the other side of the auction tonight, it is the group lot of 2 games. It looks like Aladdin has sun fading. Mickey Mousecapade is in pretty rough shape itself. $40. You get 2 games, which is kind of crazy, actually, that these got additional bids. Like, we see a lot of sealed games sell for the minimum a lot of the time. Even this one for $43, which, you know, Madden 05 got itself some bids. So, no minimum dollar games today. No minimums. That's why I should intro each vid back from the sewers. Apparently. And on that note, folks, remember tonight's auction was sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Huge thanks to them. Huge thanks to you guys. Consignment deadline's fast approaching for the July signature. The August Pioneers. August also has the 8 to 64-bit, and September has a 6th generation showcase coming up. Thursday, there is the 8 to 64-bit auction. Do not forget, you guys, Thursday has a premium auction coming up. I won't be able to stream it, but I'll make sure to put reminders in the Discord and the Instagram, all that good stuff. Link in the description to join the Instagram, to join the Discord. And I will see you guys in the Discord. Thanks for coming out tonight. Great auction and even better friends. Hit the like button before you go too. It helps out the stream. Goodbye, everybody.